You are now listening to the Dad Rules Podcast with your hosts, Mario E. and Kid.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Dad Rules Podcast, where we help you dad better. I'm one of your hosts, Mario E. and Kid, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Glad to be here. Glad to be back on the podcast. What you got for today?
All right, so today we're talking about if you snooze, you lose. If you snooze, you lose. Kid, what you got?
So you coming down my alley again, because you know when you say snooze, you lose, that's investments. You're making me think about investments.
Okay.
Make me think about investments. Sometimes we got to jump out there for things we got to have for our kids, man. Like, opportunities don't come all the time. You get an opportunity, maybe a new job, maybe it might be an investment, maybe even an opportunity for your kids to be in the school district that you want them to be in.
Yeah.
Maybe something that they're trying to do in their lives. Because I know, like, it makes me think about like gymnastics, because like, you know, gymnastics, they start them out really young, like the Olympians and stuff like that. And sometimes they have to go to different high schools, or they have to move to a different state or different cities so they can have more opportunity to get better and become the best athlete they can.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wait, sometimes you'll lose that time frame that you can do things.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that. I think as fathers, man, we got to kind of sit back and look at all the possibilities for our family and make sure that we're making the best decisions for our family. And sometimes if you procrastinate, if you wait around, you lose those opportunities, and it can hurt you, but not only you, it also can hurt your family. And I think that's the biggest nightmare that we have as fathers, is that it affects our family.
Yeah.
We don't want to do it. We don't want to make any decisions that may negatively affect our wives, our girlfriends, our sons, daughters. We want to make the best decision possible. But I also say you got to make sure you lean in on your dad counsel, the people that you have confidence in. Other dads, man, they can help you so much. And I'll say this too, when it comes to getting advice from people, I know sometimes people feel like just because people have been in unsuccessful relationships, that they can't give you advice on your relationships or your home life or anything like that. But yes, they can. Yes, they can. I have gotten some of the best advice from people that were divorced. And especially when they are divorced and then they're currently in a successful marriage, man.
Yeah.
Because they were able to see the mistakes that they may have made or the things that happened in their previous marriage, and then they worked on them and they made a better marriage. Like, I think we can learn. I saw somebody make a post about it the other day. We can learn something from everybody.
Yep. That's
Learn
right.
something from everybody around us. And like when we're getting that advice from people, it can really help us when it comes to not procrastinating, making decisions when we should, and not letting opportunities pass us by.
Yeah.
But what's your take on it?
So I got a question before I jump in. So you were talking about not procrastinating. You were talking about, being prepared, all those different things. When I think about if you snooze, you lose, to me, there's swiftness there. There's, all right, let's do it. How do you balance that with one of our previous topics we've done recently, as far as, haste makes waste? Sometimes it's best to slow down. Other times you got to be Johnny on the spot.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that, as a dad?
Man, it's definitely a fine line between the two. I don't know, man. It's like, I think when you, like I said before, it's like you got to depend on your dad counsel. Is that being your wife? If you're co-parenting with the mother of your children, I think that can help you when it comes to your decision making on whether we need to chill right here or we need to move. But I like to really depend on my instinct. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when something's not right, you're going to have that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have that feeling. And then for people that are more spiritual or people that are faith-based, definitely need to rely on prayer to help you get there. But it's like time helps you with making decisions. But then at the same time, if you have already done the work and you've already done research, and when those opportunities come, you're ready for them. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I'm studying real estate and let's say I want to be a real estate investor and I want to be the best investor that I can be because I want a better life for my family. You know, I want to make more income. I want to have passive income and all those things. Okay. And I research how much houses are selling for, how much houses are renting for. And I got all of this stuff in my mind. When a house hits the market and I see that it's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and I see the price that it's going for, and I know it's in my price range, and I know that I can rent this house for this amount of money, guaranteed. Right then, at that moment, I can jump on it swiftly without snoozing. I can jump on it, and I'm making a decision very fast, but it's not haste to waste though.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Because I've done the research before. But I think the problem is when we don't do the research before about things, and when it comes up, we jump on it really fast. That's where the mistakes take place.
Yeah. That's what I wanted you to get to. That's what I didn't know exactly what you were going to say, but that's kind of what I wanted to kind of guide you into, because for me, you know, when I knew we were going to be doing this particular topic and knowing that we had just gotten through talking about that, you know, it's a difference there, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, you talked about, you know, one of the first things you talked about for me, you know, I think about it, you know, you got to be led by the Spirit, right? And you know, if you're having that relationship, you know, with the Lord, and you're meditating on His word, all those types of things, you know, He's going to speak to you through His word. So you're going to already, you know, you're going to have those, you know, some people may call it intuition. Some people may call it all these other different things. I call it the Spirit. Okay. And so that's the first thing. So when you talk about if you snooze, you lose, and then you're trying to also thinking about haste makes waste, you know, you're going to be able to make these decisions at different times at, you know, at different rates of speed, because you're listening to, you know, what the Spirit is telling you. But also what I really wanted to get to was you also talked about being prepared, having the research done already, because that's important, you know. And you shouldn't make any type of decision without first inquiring about it. Who goes and builds a house and doesn't count up the costs, right? We've talked about that before. Mm-hmm. So, you know, nobody's just going to jump out and go do that. But if you already got an idea of what these things cost and what it takes, that when that opportunity comes to build this house, you're not sitting there waiting. You're not snoozing. You understand what I'm saying? You're able to jump right out there and go get it done because you already prepared. You prepared mentally. You know what you do. Here, you got this set up, you got up, and that's something, you know, definitely got to teach our kids as well, you know, to be prepared, to do your research, to study ahead of time, so that when opportunities do come our way that do sound good, you know, you're not snoozing on it, but then you're not making it in haste either, you know, because you've already studied it. You've already got it programmed in your mind of how this can go, and it's not new to you, you know. Also, when I think about this, you know, when I first think about if you snooze, you lose, I'll think about the snooze bar. I'm going to tell you, man, like we've talked about it before, but man, that snooze bar is the devil.
Yep.
It can be, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but you know what? I'm gonna say sometimes because that little 5 or 9 or 10 minutes, however long your snooze button is, it don't do anything. You may think it's doing something, but it's just prolonging you actually getting up, being industrious for the day or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, man, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, you know, I hit it. I hit it from time to time. I hit it maybe, you know, a couple times, you know, in a day, in the morning. But man, I tell you, sometimes it's best to just get up when you first hear it, when you first hear that alarm, and get up and start your day. But the thing I wanted to talk about, and you know, a lot of times, man, in this, when we live in this woke culture and this I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about, in this woke culture and don't sleep. But seriously though, and you know, if you snoozing, if you already snoozing, that means you're sleeping, right? So don't be, what I mean by that though is don't be naive to things. Don't be so oblivious to certain things that go on in our lives or going on around us that we're missing out on good opportunities. We're missing out on, you know, making memories with our family, with our kids. Don't sleep on that, you know. Don't sleep on those opportunities. And you know, because you, once those times are gone, they're gone. You know, your kid is only going to be a toddler for a season. You know, your kid is only going, and it's going to get a time, come to be a time when they're going to get to a certain age and they want to start hanging more with their friends than being with mama and daddy, you know. And so you want to make sure that you're developing those relationships early so that when things do happen, when they're a teenager, when they're 20 something or 30 something and beyond, they can come back and say, Dad, I need some help, you know.
Yeah.
You know, don't spend all your time, you know, sleeping, quote unquote, you know, being oblivious to things or being naive to things, or I'm gonna let my wife take care of that, or I'm gonna let this happen, or I'm not gonna worry about that, or you know, I got time, I'll you know, I'll spend time with him tomorrow, you know, spend time today, you know, don't sleep on that. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say to that.
I think we definitely have to, like I said, don't snooze, don't just act like it doesn't matter. And like you said, I was just thinking when you said that about our kids only gonna be toddlers for like right now. And like tomorrow he's gonna be a day older. And I'm thinking right now, like, I got a game to go to tonight and I need to spend some time with him, you know, after we finish recording. You know, need to spend some time with him because, you know, I'm not gonna be here tonight. Every minute, every second counts that you spend with them. Every second that you spend with your kids helps to mold them into, you know, what they're gonna be.
That's right.
And we have to really, you know, take advantage of it. Take advantage of every opportunity that we have to spend with them. And who knows? We don't know how long we're gonna be on this earth.
Right.
We just don't. And then too, you know, I'm gonna say this because, you know, it may be a guy out there right now, he may be early on in his relationship. Maybe you have one child with the mother of your kid or whatever, and you know when you're with a girl and she's just a good woman, when she's a good mother and you know she treats you well, but maybe you're getting a little distracted out here in the street, you know. Maybe it's some girls that still, you know, trying to hit you up, trying to get you to come hang out, stuff like that. That's a snooze too. Like, that's a snooze. You're not going to continue to find women that you can be with for the rest of your life. As you get older, the quality is going to go down.
Yeah.
Just being honest, not being trying to be rude, not trying to be mean or anything like that. But the pool of women after the years and years go on, the quality, the everything that you're looking for, somebody that you can get along with, somebody that's cooperative, all those things are going to start breaking away. Those women are going to start finding their mates. They're going to start finding people to be married to and stuff like that. So like if you have a woman in your life right now and you know she's what we call a ride or die, and she's being a good mother, she's being a good girlfriend to you, you need to think about what you got. If you have a true jewel, don't get distracted out here in the streets, man. Look, you're not missing nothing out there.
Yeah.
You're not missing anything out there, but one thing that you may be ready to miss out or lose out on is your family. Mm-hmm. You know, your family. Can't say that enough. There's so many guys out here right now that they wish they could press that reset button.
Yeah.
And just leave. I know you're trying to play the field and all that stuff. Leave it alone, man.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. Because you get out there, y'all break up, then she with somebody else. Once she find a good man, she ain't coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's facts.
That's a big fact.
So, you know, cherish what you have. If you don't have a good one, then hey, you can do what you want to do. But if you I'm talking to the guys that's got a good one and you know you got a good one and you feeling torn right now. Don't be torn, man. Stay at home. Go home, bro. Go home.
That's right.
Because you snooze with that, you lose.
Yeah. You
lose. I've seen so many guys do that. And I don't want that to happen to you.
It's unfortunate.
Yep. Mario, you got anything else?
I don't, bro.
All right. We thank you guys for listening to the Dad Roots podcast with Mario E and Kid. Guys, we're going to catch you guys next time. Peace.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the Dad Rules podcast with your hosts, Mario E and Kid. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, follow and like us on Facebook and Instagram. You can find our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Breaker, and Player FM. Till next time.